to this Paalim or to Paalam, let's see. Every student should understand how to take care of himself so as to preserve the best possible condition of health, resisting feebleness and disease. I see like this message is the one which John Pombe Magufuli was giving. If from any cause disease does come, or accidents do occur, as Pombe Magufuli was saying, you should know how to meet ordinary emergencies without calling upon a physician and taking his poisonous drugs. Special testimonies to the church. March 14, 1900, paragraph 28. Ellen G. White was a prophet of the Most High God. Indeed, God has given us the message in these last days. Though the people rebel against God, God has given us a special message in this time. In this time, God has given us a message which we ought to follow, we ought to obey, we ought to adhere to these wonderful principles which the Most High God has given us. Oh friend, we should adhere to these wonderful principles God has given us. God has provided for us, those who live in the last days of this earth. And what does the prophet of the Lord Ellen G. White say concerning the pestilence 19 in the land? Let's see. The whole earth and world will rise up in judgment against those whom heaven has favored the most. The whole world is angry. The whole world is angry for the crisis which is in the land. And they are going to rise against the remnant, the faithful one, who will stand faithful in a time like this. The whole earth and world will rise up in judgment against those who heaven has favored the most, but who have praised themselves on Satan's side. But there is a group of people who have praised themselves on Satan's side. How? And they worked in his lines to bring their soul-destroying narcotics to foreign lands. To bring narcotics, so these drugs and vaccines move into all the world. They are soul-destroying narcotics to foreign lands to pollute and to destroy the other nations, to pollute and destroy the temple of God and other nations with their defiling and earth-destroying drugs. They are defiling and earth-destroying drugs. So these drugs are destroying the body, the temple. They are defiling and they are destroying, friend, for the sake of a revenue. Oh, friend, so these drugs which are going to the nations, they are coming for the sake of what? For the sake of a revenue, for earning. These people are selling their merchandise. For the sake of a revenue, a professed Christian nation. What? Professed Christian nation? This is wrong, friend. This is Vatican. Let's see what is Vatican doing. For the sake of revenue, a professed Christian nation have forced their traffic, their merchandise upon the other nations at the point of the sword. You must, for common good, you must adhere to this. If you don't, even if you are a president, we will remove you from the planet. For you are going against the common good, against the global good, for our own purposes. Or indeed, Ellen G. White was a prophet of the Most High God. For the sake of our revenue, a professed Christian nation are forced their traffic upon the other nation. Traffic? This is merchandise upon the other nations at the point of the sword. You must adhere. You must follow. If you don't, you are not part of us. And thus compelled them to accept their merchandise. This is the vaccine of the Pope, the lockdown Sunday for vaccine. Masking the child of the purpose. We must unmask him. Okay. To accept their merchandise, which will in using degrade the people below the level of brute creation. This is going to reduce to degrade the people like zombies below the level of brute creation. Below the level of brute creation. All friends, all nations, awake to this danger in the land. Awake. This, the prophet of the Most High God, Ellen G. White, is saying, these drugs, these vaccines, they are going to degrade the people below the level of brute creation. This was written in 1897, long ago, May 19, Masquerade 49, May 19, 1897, 1897, friend. This was the prophet of the Most High God. This is the Antichrist, friend. This is the Antichrist. These are snares. Consider the other clips we have covered concerning the Antichrist here. Consider this, friend. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. There is a time when this is going to end, when they shall realize they have been deceived. The merchants of the earth who have been buying these drugs, these weapons, they shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. A time is coming when they shall no more buy their merchandise. They will no more learn their merchandise. Oh friends, at the perils of this time, because time is rushing by,